Hi there, I'm Vincent Boss and I provide dating and self-improvement advice. And in today's podcast, we're going to be discussing romantic emotional attraction. I provide audio and email coaching to help people try and get their ex back or get a new girlfriend or boyfriend. Check out my website for more details, www.dateme.tips. Please check your spam and junk folders if you are expecting an email from me. So now let's get back into today's podcast, and today we are discussing romantic emotional attraction. So this is my concept of explaining the level of feeling between two non-related people. There are 6 levels and each represent a stabilized feeling. Quick fluctuations of feelings caused by an action do not count. I will now describe each of the 6 levels and then explain how they connect with a breakup. So let's get straight into this, and number 1 is love. So if you are feeling love towards somebody, then you are wanting a long-term, forever relationship with them. 2 people who are in love are going to be feeling like they're completely fulfilled and that they're going to be moving forward with their life as if they're going to be with each other forever. Everything feels right, everything feels like it's going in the correct direction, and both people are completely fulfilled. So now let's get into the second level of romantic emotional attraction, and that is lust. Somebody who feels lust will be having high attraction for somebody else, but it will generally be more surface-based and generally more based on their physical appearance. It is unlikely that somebody feeling lust will be thinking of having a long-term relationship with somebody, and more likely it will be a short-term relationship or fling type feeling that they are thinking of when they consider this other person. A longer-term relationship can take place with somebody feeling lust, but they will not be completely fulfilled, and there is a possibility that it won't last forever. In particular, if 2 people are both feeling lust, then there is a very high possibility that this will be a short-term relationship. If one person is feeling lust and the other person is feeling love, then it is possible that this could tick along for quite a while, but the person feeling lust will never be completely fulfilled. So now we're moving into the third level of romantic emotional attraction, and that is friendship. Platonic friendship. Somebody feeling platonic friendship will not be wanting a romantic relationship with that other person. So if you are feeling a platonic friendship for somebody, you don't want to be with them romantically. And it doesn't matter if they want to be romantic with you, you don't want that. There is the possibility that you could have been in a long-term relationship with somebody and your feelings have dipped down to the friendship level, and you think for the sake of children possibly, or maybe some other circumstance, you're going to try to work through this and just have a relationship even though you are not fulfilled. If you are feeling a friendship and you decide to try to maintain a romantic connection, then there is a high possibility you could be swayed to one day have an affair. Even if you think to yourself you are not that type of person, if you are moving through life years and years into the future and you are feeling nothing but platonic friendship, you will not be fulfilled. And this is when relationships often break down and sometimes affairs take place. So now let's speak about the 4th level of romantic emotional attraction, and that is intrigue. Intrigue is the feeling of being interested in somebody. So this could be from a perspective of you meeting them for the first time. Maybe you met at a club, group or class. You've never seen each other before. And you just think, you know what? I want to have a conversation with this person. I want to get to know them and just see how things are between us. Things might stay at that level. They could stay at a very basic acquaintance level. They might drift away and you might not hear from them again and you might not want to speak with them again. Or it could grow. It could grow into a friendship, into a strong platonic friendship, or it could even develop further into lustful feelings and or even love. Intrigue is also a very important moment after a breakup. Sometimes dumpees or even dumpers will be wondering to themselves, if and when they will ever consider wanting to speak to their ex again. If and when the level of romantic emotional attraction hits intrigue, that is the moment of when people will want to speak again. Now, there is no certainty that it will go any further than this. It could just be a conversation, and that is that. If they start speaking and they realise that one or both people are just happy with a platonic friendship, then that will never grow back to where it once was. There is always a possibility that one person would like the relationship to really grow into the lust and maybe into the love once more, but the other person is just really clearly wanting a platonic friendship. Now, if that is the case, that the person that wants more should not accept being friend-zoned, it is very, very painful if you want something romantic with somebody and they purely want friendship. So you've always got to be careful. I always say this. If your ex contacts you and you are thinking to yourself, okay, this is fantastic, you need to see from this communication, from you trying to regrow that connection, you need to see where they're at. You need to see whether they're at a friendship level, whether they're at a lustful level, and whether they're at a love level, and where you feel you are on it. And if you're not matching, then you don't want to continue this any further. If you both want friendship, then great. If you both want lust, then great. If you both want love, then great. But if you are not aligned on this, it can cause a lot of difficulty. So intrigue is key. Intrigue is the level of romantic emotional attraction that somebody must get to before they will consider contacting their ex again. So now let's speak about the level 5 of romantic emotional attraction, and that is indifference. It is the feeling of being uninterested in somebody. So if you are a dumpee and you have been dumped and you're thinking to yourself, why won't my ex contact me? Well, at the very best, they're in the indifference level. If your ex isn't contacting you and you are wondering why, at the very best, they're at level 5, which is indifference. They're just uninterested. At this stage, they do not want to speak to you. They are not interested in reconnecting with you at this time. So generally, if somebody's been dumped, they're using the no contact rule, they're thinking to themselves, why is my ex not contacting me? They're indifference. They're level 5. This is where they're at best. This is the best possibility you could be at if your ex is not contacting you. Using the no contact rule and other hints and tips that I provide in my podcasts will allow you to slowly but surely grow your ex's level of romantic emotional attraction to the intrigue level. Okay? If they get to the intrigue level, that is when they will reach out. And there, at that moment, you need to be trying to understand where they are at. Okay, you don't want them to be in a friendship level. If they're at a friendship level, if they're moving into a friendship level, you don't want that. You do not want to be friend zoned. That's why I always say, exchange a few messages, get the vibe. If they're only kind of moving in towards friendship, you want to be backing away from that. You don't want to be friend zoned if you want your ex back. You want to be more. You want to be looking for a higher level. Additionally, you don't even want lust necessarily. If you want something serious and you get the feeling that your ex is just wanting to fling with you, then that's not what you want either. So you always need to be understanding this. But if your ex is not contacting you, then at the best possible situation is that they are feeling level 5, which is indifference. So now we are moving down to the lowest level of romantic emotional attraction, and that is level 6, and that is dislike. A feeling of being uncomfortable around somebody. If you are feeling a level 6 of romantic emotional attraction towards somebody, you literally dislike them. You feel uncomfortable in their presence. You just don't want to be anywhere near them. Now, if you are a dumpee, if you have been dumped and you want to try to get your ex back, there is a chance that your ex is feeling this towards you. So when I say you have to grow the level of romantic emotional attraction to a certain point for them to contact you, they could be at level 6 or they could be at level 5, and you need to get them to level 4. And if and when you get them to level 4, you then need to be rebuilding your connection and seeing where they're at. You know, you clearly want more. But what do they want? Are they just messaging you from a place of intrigue? Are they just sticking with level 4? Are they moving into level 3? Is it 2? Is it 1? Is that what you want? That is what you need to be looking at. But if you are feeling dislike towards somebody, if your ex is feeling dislike towards you, then that is the lowest level of romantic emotional attraction. It is the bottom level, and it takes a long time to grow those feelings back to intrigue. If you have been blocked, there is a very high possibility that you are currently at level 6. And hence it will be more difficult and a longer journey to try to get them even to intrigue. Now, there is no 100% guaranteed way to get your ex back. Nothing works 100% of the time. Nothing fails 100% of the time. But the ideas, hints and tips I give on my podcasts, and that's why I suggest you subscribe, will give you the best possible chance of growing their level of romantic emotional attraction. If you've been dumped and you want your ex back and they're at a level 6, it's going to be a long and troublesome journey to get them even to intrigue. There is no guarantee they will ever get there. So I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast about romantic emotional attraction. Please write in the comments what level you think your ex is feeling towards you. What level of romantic emotional attraction do you think your ex is feeling towards you right now? It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on all of this. And make sure that you understand that with or without your ex, you will have a positive future. If you believe that this podcast has helped you, then please consider buying me a coffee. The link to do so is in the description.
Yeah, if you miss your ex, we can help with that. Help you get him back, or we can help find you someone else. Yeah, Vincent, the relationship coach, giving you some insight, bringing you a new approach. DateMe.tips, go and check the site, giving you advice, helping with your love life. Get your ex back, or move to the next. Ain't no sweat, Vincent got you. Finding love ain't no problem. Yeah, DateMe.tips, check it out now.